Division I Council adopts changes to infractions penalties. So I'm going to go into detail on this, and I'm going to put in the description below from the NCAA website. The Division I Council adopted changes to the infractions process that clearly define exemplary cooperation in the infractions process and how that cooperation impacts prescribed penalties, including a removal of postseason ban for most cases. These changes are effective August 1st. And moving forward, schools and individuals that can earn exemplary cooperation during an infractions case by doing any of the following, and there's 5 bullets. Volunteering and all pertinent school and personal information that is in the party's possession or should be reasonably expected to further the infractions process and its expectations. Identifying individuals to be interviewed of whom the enforcement staff might otherwise be unaware. That's the second bullet point. Now the third one. Expending substantial resources like financial, dedication of personnel, unfettered access to information to expedite the gathering of information. Fourth bullet point. Taking sufficient action to address violations through self-imposed penalties or proposing meaningful corrective measures. And the last bullet point, recognizing and bringing to the attention of the enforcement staff violations related to the investigation about which the enforcement staff might otherwise be unaware. That's all the bullet points. And the chair of the Division I Board of Directors Infractions Process Committee and president of Ball State said the following: the NCAA is a membership organization, and a fundamental expectation of being a member school is that we all cooperate with the investigation of potential violations of our rules. This change will provide a clear and compelling incentive for parties to exceed the baseline level of cooperation, which will lead to a quicker resolution of potential violations. And the guy is Jeffrey S. Murns. Just to let y'all know. If a committee on infractions hearing panel determines that a school or party has demonstrated exemplary cooperation, the panel will reduce the case by one classification level. For example, like level 1 standard will become a level 1 mitigated, which impacts the penalties assessed by the committee for all the cases in which a party earns exemplary cooperation, with the exception of those who are considered a repeat violator. The panel would not prescribe a postseason competition ban. For repeat violators, the Committee on Infractions will continue to have the discretion to assess that penalty in certain level 1 cases. Now, increased fines, as in like the council also voted to increase the minimum fines for level 1 and level 2 violations from a starting point of $5,000 to a range of $25,000 to $50,000, depending on the level of the violations and any relevant aggravating or mitigating factors in a case. This change also increases the potential percentages of additional financial penalties from 1% to up to 10% of a sports program's budget, depending on the level of the violations and aggravating and mitigating factors in a case. This change comes after feedback from NCAA members including recommendations from Lead One Association that support more significant fines and the infractions process as a meaningful penalty or deterrent. Now, the vacation of all records, as in like the wins, that record doesn't exist anymore on record. The council discussed the application of vacation of records penalty in infraction cases in which it largely supported the application of the penalty for cases involving ineligible student athletes, but expressed concerns about applying the penalty in cases where the violations resulted from administrative errors by the school. The Division I Board of Directors Infractions Process Committee is considering whether the vacation of records penalty should be a legislative core penalty for infractions cases. Core penalties are mandatory for cases involving certain violations. Currently, vacation of records is considered an optional penalty for cases in which student athletes competed while ineligible. But it is frequently applied in practice as if it were a core penalty for cases involving eligibility issues, and the Infractions Process Committee will continue to deliberate on the penalty during its July meeting. So this is just a quick heads up on this. I'm not trying to make it as fast as possible, but I just want to be in detailed on this. And like I said, I'm going to put this in the description below so y'all could see it. So anyways, if you like this content, hit like and subscribe, and see you guys later on the road to 700 subscribers. Of course, ultimate goal is 1,000 or more. So make money out this course. Like a video, comment video, really helps the YouTube algorithm so more people can see it. Soon the video does help as well, so more people can watch. And if you're watching and not subscribed, hit subscribe links for the notification bell as well.